Hello again, Dread Mechanic back for part 5 of my Building a Walking Citadel stream. Last time we set up some pods for launching some of our mechs. Wrong floor, need to go a bit lower. And we built some buttons for the lifts. And yeah, we can jump into one of these. My skin will actually load, thank you. And then we can deploy our little drop pod. Apparently. Nope. You're gonna be stupid? Why have you broken? What are you doing, stupid thing? Oh good, my pod's broken. That's a good start, isn't it? Why are you being stupid? Come on, down you go. Where are you trying to go? Let's take you out. What are you doing? Well, where the hell are you going? That's not what. Okay. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? Alright, stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right, well that was a good start, wasn't it? Let's take this back over here. Want to launch? Want to come down? Want to deploy your legs properly? Thank you. Like you're supposed to. Right, so what the hell happened there then? Oh, and you've fallen over. Just equally as awesome. Right, there you go. Right, so this isn't how I wanted to sort the stream. I thought these things were sorted. Right, let's back you into there. Clip back on. Launch back up. No. Right, well you're doing that wrong, aren't you? Come on. Nope. Alright, would you like to work properly? Thank you. Right. Are you going to work properly now when I try and deploy you again? Oh, why are you not flying down now, you absolute dickhead? Launch. AI on. Waypoint. Oh, your beacon was not set. That's why. Okay. Why are you doing that? Where are you going? Right, all the wrong way around. What are you doing? Right. That's again. Launch. Off we go. You pain in the bum. Come on. Right. Up we go. Oh, hello. What's that? Ditya Chowdhury. Hello. How are you? Right. Are you going to lock into place properly this time? Sort of. Nope. Oh, why are you being a pain in the arse now? You were working so well earlier. Precision. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. That's all on. That is set to the correct thing. That is set to the correct thing. Come on, all I've done is save the game and come back to it like 2 hours later. Now everything is deciding to not work properly, obviously. You need to go higher than that. You're supposed to be going higher than that. So the feet aren't going to close up. Pain in the arse. Right, that works. Let's dock again. Make sure this isn't being stupid. I might have to re-record the GPS locations again, which I don't want to have to do. Because now you're flying up on a stupid angle and not getting in there properly. Doing silly things. God damn it. This worked beautifully earlier on today. Now it's being a complete pain in the arse. There you go, I've actually connected properly that time. Are you broken as well? Do I need to sort you out too? Dock. You are set up correctly. Launch. You are set up correctly. Right. Oh, no, the other side has just auto-launched again. What is going on? Right. That one can launch happily. What was it? What was that? Why is that not turned back on again? So that's supposed to turn back on. That's turned back on. Oh, where did I turn it on and off? I can't remember. It was supposed to turn back on. That's it. Where did I have that control turned back on? I can't remember now. There we go, that can take back off again. Hopefully not break. You, why are you being stupid? We in? Oh, why does that keep happening? Why does that keep happening? Why do you keep breaking? The other side is fine. What are you dicking around for? Why Why do you keep trying to turn 90 degrees? 45 degrees. You shouldn't be doing that. Oh, stupid contextual controls. Right, so that was turned back on. What are you doing? Launch. Dock. Oh, fine. They are definitely set to things they're supposed to be set to. Everything else is fine. Why are these controls being bitty? That is supposed to be on. Why is that not on? Why is that not turning back on? What was going wrong with that when it docks? Not going high enough, is it? No, it's not going high enough, and it's not landing properly. Might change my location a little bit. See, you're still twisting again. Why have you decided to start twisting? Okay, you just about worked that time, but I'm still not happy about that. You were working much, much better earlier. Oh, we can fix that later. Right. Smegget, the thing I actually wanted to do involves these drones. Where are the rest of them? They're still flying. There's one wing drone up there. The others have all landed. Locked down. Where's he? There he is. Right, I need you to lock down. Let's just stick that there and trigger his return controls. That's him locked down. Right. So, next thing I wanted to do was 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are. Just want to make sure all of those are in that. And now I have a timer that's on a perpetual loop that turns off the battery full controllers on the wing drones. And that way I can lock them all down automatically when they come into land. And when I want to, I can turn that timer off using one of the triggers I've set up, and that can deploy all the drones at once, or release them all at once. So the reason I wanted to lock them down is because I want to play around with their docking controls. Because I want the drones to be able to disappear into the base. Hello, what was that? Moritz Rose? Cheers, thank you very much. So yeah, I want the drones to be able to sit down here, and then hopefully these doors close over the top of the wings without scrubbing. Yeah, that'll be fine. So I need to set up some controls to do all this nonsense. So let's put that back up for now. That's named, that's named, that's named. That is all named. What about the ones on the other end? They all been named. Rear right, rear right. Yeah, looks like I've already named all the bits that I need. Cool, right, so first things first, how do we want to do this? We need... Oh yeah, I also want some controllers to lock some stuff down. What was that, Moritz? Did I come up with a general plan, or is it evolved over time? A little bit of both. I had a sort of rough idea in my head of what kind of shape I wanted the thing to be. And then I spent a little bit of time making the bits and pieces to get it that shape. And yeah, some of it's pre-planned, some of it has been a work in progress as I've tried to figure out how to get my ideas to work. Don't worry about the autocorrect, man. I got what you meant. But yeah, it's a little bit of both. I've got a few ideas, and then obviously you have to adapt them a little bit to get them to fit in, or to make them actually work at all. Sometimes they don't. So, I want all of these pads to retract simultaneously. So the first thing I need to do is set up a control that turns all of those rotors. Hello, tiny cat. You back to join the party again? So I need control will turn all those rotors. Oh, where are you going? What's that? You basically end up always having the same shape and same parts. It depends how you're building. If you... I find that... I don't know how it is for everyone else, but I find myself, if I start trying to build from the inside out, like, say, start with, oh, I need power, so I need a reactor, I'll need conveyors to get that to a connector, and then I'll need O2H2 generators and tanks. If you try and build from the inside out, you end up with a lump, and then the only way to armour it up really is to just put a layer of bricks around the outside, and you just end up with a classic brick problem. Whereas these days I try to go with the more of a concept car design philosophy. Make a cool shape first, and then try and fit all the working parts into it second, and then adapt your design as needed to actually make it work. And I find I come up with more interesting builds that way, because then you're kind of forced to get creative about stuff. If you want to keep a particular shape or style and you want to make it work, you have to think of workarounds. Like I said, if you start with all the internal components, you just end up making a brick, a functional brick, but a brick nonetheless. Right, so let's just set up a basic control for now, because we can make the switch anything else. Those are going to be earmarked for... Oh yeah, no worries, Moritz. Yeah, like I said, make a cool shape first and design it from there, and try and get all the functional bits to fit into that. Because that was the problem I had when I first started playing this game. It was like, right, I want to build a ship, what do I need? I need a cockpit, right, what do I need then? I need to breathe, right, let's stick an O2H2 generator on the back of that, right, what options is that giving me for conveyoring? And then, yeah, he was ending with like a big long line of functional blocks, and there's nothing really you can do other than just wrap it in armor blocks, and yeah, like I said, you're back to the brick then. So what do we want? Let's... because that is the button to turn on, let the drones fly. You know, I might just do it that one for now. And we'll just call the sign drone. Deploy. Retract. We can come up with a... Ooh, yeah. We can come up with a better name for it later. But I will put a little picture on it for now, so that we know that we're using it. So I'm gonna need a bunch of controls. What will I need first? Let's fill in the space that we've got here. Yeah, so we've got 3 blocks of space left there, 3 blocks of space left on the back, and then that's a big solid cube. And then we can keep expanding the supercomputer from there. Right, so we will call this first controller Wing Drone. In fact, we'll use the abbreviation. Wing Drone. I'll just do it all in capitals for now, make it easier to spot. Landing pad. Z. Right, so that will be controlled by that sign. Jump into my ridiculous cockpit. Cool, right. Where was it? Oh yeah. Wing drone landing pads. Right, so that is a block on and off setting. That sign. You know what, in fact, we'll call this the same thing. It'll make it easier for now. Deploy, retract. Right, so we've got that controller being controlled by that sign. So when that sign turns on and off, when it turns on, it is going to deploy the things, the landing pads. But they're already deployed right now, so we'll set up the retract controls. Hey Jack Riggs. Yeah, I'm setting up some release the drones kind of controls, pretty much. Well, I've already got a button for that specific thing. Right now, I'm trying to make the landing pad retract system, and then I could potentially tie the two in together. So, when that sign turns off, the first thing I'm going to want it to do is make all of those rotors turn 90 degrees inwards. And I've got 4 different rotors. You know what? I will just make a timer for it. It will make it easier to think. Or will it? Oh no, because I've got 8... Actually no, sod it, yeah. I will put a timer in because I might end up needing more than 8 slots for things. So... that there, that there, that there. Well, actually, I might, just for the sake of making it look pretty and uniform, might take that out of there and put the timer in there. Have that like that for now. There, so that would be wing drone. Bullet wing drone retract number 1, because we might need more than that. I'll put that event controller back. I'll try and keep that as a line of event controllers. So we'll call that again. Deploy. Retract. Yeah, right, so that can be lock switched on and off. Deploy, retract. Sign, yeah. Probably have the word display in it to distinguish it a little bit. Yeah, right, so when that switches off and on, it will, first of all, it is going to do that retract timer. So we'll get it to turn that on and then trigger it. Yeah, and then that timer there is going to play with those rotors. One of those. One's was it? Yeah, wing drone. There we go. Right, so first things first is going to reset the velocity on each of these rotors, and then we'll make it do the opposite of what we can see there. So that will increase, that will decrease, increase. No, that one wants to decrease as well, and that one wants to increase. Right, try and get a better view. Right, so retract stage 1, that will do that with all the platforms and make them all point inwards so they can fit through the doors. Let's stick all of those back on my toolbar while we build this control system, because I need them all to be back where they were. Because the next step is, once they have all rotated back in, that's a point. Some of them are going to be the other way round. That's annoying. I'll just have to have it looking at 2 of the rotors then, because they're going to be doing opposites, all 4 of them. So the next thing is we need a controller, which we can stick here, another one. And that will be controller retract stage 2, or number 2 for now. And when that controller will look at the angles of those rotors. Where are they? It's those ones. So because they are, because some of them are doing opposites, I'm only going to be able to use 2, I think. That'll be at 0, and that'll move in to, yeah, so I'll have to use the 2 opposite corner ones. Where is it? So we'll use the front left, and we'll use rear right, because they should both be set up exactly the same. Right, so when that moves all the way around, that should be that's at 90 degrees, and when the back one moves in, that should also be 90 degrees. Yeah, so those 2 are both at 90, so I'll have that gated, so when they both reach 90, they will trigger the next step. Right, so let's put them back to where they were. And then the next step is, once they have all rotated inwards, we are going to... crap, I put that there, didn't I? Pilot seat active. Oh, I can move that. That can absolutely get moved. Got to put that there. What's in the pilot seat active timer? There's elections. Oh, damn, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, you know what, I'm just going to move that there. I have the pilot suit timer bang in the middle. That can be the absolute centre of the next layer of control bits. Right, that can go there. Copy settings, copy all. Do that. Let's make that one old. Then we'll quickly copy those bits and pieces over. Yeah, there we go. Right, so what did that do? That just reverses all the pilot seat displays. Oh, that's dead easy actually. Yeah. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Hinges, reverse, and reverse. What were the other things? Sensor. Pilot sensor, that can get turned off. And the other thing was pilot helm displays, wasn't it? Yeah, let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, right. Just on and off. Right, that's even easier. Pilot display. Right, so that's that, that's that, and that's just that. Change that to that. Change that to that. And we should be good. Delete that. Yeah, there we go. Right, that's cool, that works. Groovy. Right, so the next stage, once that retracts, we have that. When they all get to there, they are... Do we need a timer? I need to retract the pistons as the next step. Do I really need to put a timer in there? I think I can just get away with doing the piston with the event controller. That should be alright. So, retract. When those rotors get to where they're going, it is going to make the wing pistons retract. So, retract. 1, 2, 3. Idiot. Right, again. 1, 2. 3 and 4. Right, and then when they retract down to 0, when they get down to 0, we will want all the hangar doors to close up. Oh, which means I need to name all of the hangar doors so I know what I'm looking at. Where are we? We're at the front. Right, boring bit. Base 03. Wing drone, hangar door, front left 01. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Right, so we'll name all these doors. And then we can make either a group or preferably a timer. What have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 40 doors. Ugh, that's fun. 40 doors to build. Well, program. But it will totally be worth it when it's done. As well, have a nice big retracting system. Nine and 10. Right, so that's all of them. So, yeah, the next stage will be when the pistons drop down and get to 0, it will automatically retract the doors back in. Hello, tiny cat, you're back again. Come on. Make up your mind, you either want to have a cuddle or you want to smeg around. Right, that's number 5. And there should be a reasonable amount of space, and she's off again. Thank you. See you later. Yeah, and there should be a reasonable amount of space underneath to actually, like, physically access the drones from the next floor down. Because I've designed, well, tried to design all of the sections of the ship with like 5 block tall floors, 5 block tall rooms with 2 block deep floors, so there's lots of room to play with. And when they retract down, the pistons, the level of that ramp should be a reasonable level down here. Right, we've got a whole bunch more doors to do. What's this side? Left hand side. Rear left, isn't it? Yeah, on the rear left. Right, so rear left, copy all. I should have named all these doors as I was building them, really, but I was trying to bash out some ideas first rather than get too excited naming something that might change later, but wrong button. So that's number 6, and then we've got rear left number 7. Number 8, 9, and then 10. 8. 9, and then 10. And then we've only got one set of doors left. And then we can do the next stage. And that should get us all the way down into the basement and locked up, hopefully. Then we'll have to figure out the order for making it all open back up again. I think that is going to start with a controller that looks at the doors opening. Because the door opening and closing controls, I think, look at when the door is fully opened and fully closed. I know they definitely look at the doors when they're fully opened. So you can set some doors as a trigger and nothing will happen until they're open all the way. That's how all the hangar controls work for the drones and mechs that I've set up so far. So that's number 3. 2, 3. Wrong button again. So I need a new mouse. My mouse wheel is a little bit loose. 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, and then that's the last of these hangar doors. Cool. Right. Fantastic. We can build the next bit. Right, so we need another controller, because we've got one to turn it all off, one that does the pistons, and then when the pistons fully retract rather, we need another one. Oh, I did it down there. I'll put retract number 3. Yeah. So that can be controller retract 03 for now. Name it all properly again in a moment. So retract number 2. That does angle changed on the rotors. When they spin out, it drops in the pistons. So number 3 wants to look at pistons. And when it's less than 1%, because I don't like using 0, it causes problems. Wing drone pistons, these are the ones, because those are for all sorts of other things. I'm not sure what those pistons are, because I haven't named them apparently. But we want these 4. So, when they get to less than 1%, I need a whole buttload of doors to close. I don't like using groups I don't like using groups where I can help it, and I've got lots and lots of room in this giant mech. So, I'm going to call that wing drone doors close, because that is going to be the final action in this retracting thing. In fact, we'll call it wing drone retract In fact, we'll call it retract end. Let's put that in there. Right, so retract end. When those pistons get to the end of what they're doing, they are going to turn on and trigger that timer. And that timer, for a start, right at the very end of its cycle, in the very last slot, turn itself off as a little failsafe. Then we've got a whole buttload of doors. I want to do all of these individually, because I don't like using groups where I can help it. And if you're doing something complicated and use groups, and then you need to change a name of a group or something, it can cause you problems. Whereas the individual blocks, you can rename them all day long. And it'll be fine. But vice versa, groups have the added benefit of you can completely change a group and just rename it the exact same, and any timers or event controllers or whatever that use that group will just be able to latch onto that name and grab those new blocks from that. So it all kind of depends on what you want to do and how you want to do it. Right, so that's 9, 18, 9, 18, 27, 36, 40. Right, that's all those doors, so they will all close in theory when we turn this sign off. Let's get a little bit of a closer look. Yeah, that one. Turn that off. I didn't do anything. I've not done anything. So I've not set up the very first bit. Retract deploy. Retract deploy sign. Retract 01 trigger. Retract 01. And trigger itself and turn itself off. What's going on? Hey, have I got them the wrong way around? On. Okay. Let me have screwed this up. What's going on? This was half working before, why is it not working now? You... Oh, I turned something off by mistake or something. You... Reverse... Reverse? No reverse. Why are you not reversing? Oh, is the base run out of power again or something? No, lights are on. Do. Why are you not working? Oh, because you're pushing on that. Why are you misbehaving? Okay, I've got a conflict in some controls somewhere. Hey, so what's getting in the way there? Retract. Something's doing something wrong. Let's turn that off. Let's turn it all off. There we go. Right. Right, let's try that again then. Let's turn it all back on. Nope. Well, that started doing something. Oh, it's because I've smacked up the threshold. Yeah. That's why. 90. Or... we'll call it 89. Yeah. Right, that'll be why. I missed a control. Alright, put them all back to where they were. Try this again. Alright, turning that back on, didn't make anything explode. Nothing exploded. That I actually did have right the first time. It was just freaking out because I'd smoked something up. Right, quick save. Try again. Right, turning off. There we go, everything is retracting. Some things are retracting faster than others because of piston settings apparently. Or one of them was just super fast for some reason. Oh, and there you go, everything's calmed down. Doors are closing. Right. You. Why were you going 5 meters a second? That's ridiculous. Even 1 meter a second's a bit ridiculous. There we go. Right. That was what I was trying to do. Cool. So that's all in there now. That's all covered up. And then we'll cover this with something eventually. Ooh! We could do with a bit of floor in here for now. Right, so then they've got a decent amount of space down here. Could even make a little access ramp thing, staircase. What does a staircase look like around here? Oh, that's not too bad. That's actually a fairly reasonable height. Have something like that somewhere around here to access that, maybe a block back. We'll mess around with that later, so that's not really going to have the room to turn back around down here, so we won't bother doing that. Cool, right. I want that to lift back up again. So... I need all those doors to open first before I do anything else. Right, well, I'm going to need another timer then, aren't I? Don't want to put one in there because I want to keep that nice and neat. You know what? We'll just stick another timer down here. Deploy, I'll call it deploy start. Or just deploy 01. Yeah. M base -03 wing drone deploy 01, and that can be the start of our deploy sequence. So the first thing that is going to do is that is going to open up all those doors again. It's also going to turn itself off. So we're going to open all these doors, and then when all of these doors are opened, we will... Oh, don't want that one. When all these doors are open, we will then extend the pistons, and then when the pistons reach full extension, we will turn the rotors back around. And then we should have a nice opening and closing mechanism. Open, open. Right, nearly there. And then 4 left makes 40. Fantastic. Right, so all those doors will open, and then when all of those doors open, we will have a controller wing drone deploy 02. And when they open, we will... Oh, God, we've got a lot here. Can we add 40 blocks into this timer, into this thing? Will it be happy about that? Seems fine. Right, so when all of those doors are open, we will extend the pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, when those pistons reach full extension, we will turn all of the rotors back around. Okay, that's one. Wing, drone, deploy. Oop. Deploy 03. We'll look at piston position. We'll look at these 4 pistons. And I think 99% for now, just before it gets to the end. And when it gets there, it should deal with all of those rotors, and to do that we will add in one more timer. We'll call this one M-base 03 wing drone deploy, and that'll be the final step in the sequence. And then we can do the opposite of what we did at the very start of the other one. So we will reset the velocities on all of them, and then we'll turn them back out. Decrease, increase, increase, and decrease. Right. So now got deploy, we've got retract number 1, and we've got deploy number 1. So realistically, what we actually want to do is, and actually turn themselves on and off, don't they? Let's set up the failsafe anyway. So let's change that. So that would want to turn off there. And turn on there and trigger there. And then we'd have retract number 1. That can trigger there. It can turn on there, and it can be turned off there, so it can't accidentally be triggered. So in theory, hopefully nothing explodes. We'll do a quick save. Turn that back on. The door's all open. And then the doors fully open. Pistons extend. And probably speed the pistons up a little bit. And when they get to their full extension, I might have to change the extension settings on them. And they get... yeah, we need to adjust that. Deploy. Piston position. Ooh, I never put the control in for that. I never put the deploy end control in, did I? No, I did not. So that can turn on there and that can trigger there. Just knock that back down again. Boy 03 was piston position, we'll put that back on 99. We'll push those wing pistons back up. We'll make them go a bit quicker. And then... yeah. And then we are good. We are in place. So, hopefully, again, quick save, turn that light or that sign off. And it spins back into position, goes back down, and then when the pistons go all the way down, should close the doors. Yes, there we go. Hangar doors are closing. Go check the other side, make sure that's not exploding. Nope, the other side is working nice, so we can then turn that sign back on to deploy our drones again. Not sure why that light didn't turn off on that landing pad. Something else there I need to fix. But there you go, that has deployed. Cool. I can just sit here doing that all day. There you go. That's in there. That's all locked up. The drones are all in place. The mechs are loaded up, the platforms are loaded up, so we could, in theory, go for a little wander. Go for a walk over here. Scroll past the other mobile base. This thing absolutely dwarfs. Look out, solar drone. You're going to get knocked out of the air if you get too close. Yeah, and it's still picking up nearly 9 meters a second. Not too bad at moving, it's just so big it looks really slow. Right, and then we could stop over there. The new location. We can deploy the drones. What's the retract one? Where's the other one? It's that one, isn't it? I need to name them better, so yeah, they can then deploy the landing pads like so, and then I can hit that switch, and that actually deploys the drones themselves. Yeah, so there we go. That sign launches them, and that sign does the ramps. So, let's name these things a little bit better. Windows active display. What should we call the other bits? I know. Deploy, retract, display. That'll make more sense for now. Let's see, let's make this a little bit nicer. Let's get rid of that. Let's swap it to that. Edit text. If now it can just be like that. Wing drones. Deployed. Definitely an O in that word. Deployoid. That's too many. Yeah, there we go. Deployed. I think. Three. There we go. We'll make this one that colour. What was it? Centered. About 35 usually, to be about in the middle. Maybe a bit. Let's make it 30. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. Sign for the ramp. Sign for the drones. And then if we turn off this sign, as each drone comes into land, it will lock down. What was that crashing sound? It was probably him locking down over there. Right, so, that's the drones. Launching and deploying. We've got a control to make the ramp move in and out as well. Cool. Oh, that... That's a thing, though. We are gonna need to put in a failsafe for it, so that we can't accidentally break it. Oh, hey, Aja. How you doing? How are you this evening? So I'll put a couple of them in there. For now. Because we need one of these to be an on-off button for the ramp. Because the way it's set up, we can totally break it. Like we could break the lifts for the drones if we press that button too quickly. So we will make this timer the on-off button for it. Oh, I'm sound, Adria. I am just screwing around with making those ramps for the wing drones that I've been making them deployable and retractable. I've literally just been testing some of the controls and hopefully about to put the last bit of programming into it. Or at least for now, until I discover horrible flaws in my logic. I have to come up with another idea. So, wing. Oh, let's actually make it look pretty. Wing drones. Deploy. Retract. That can be the ultimate button for all of that nonsense. Yeah, it's gone. There it is. Right. That is going to end up being the on-off switch. This timer is going to basically just turn this sign on and off, because we can then use this timer as a failsafe while the drone sequence is active and doing things. Yeah. Cool. Right, so that literally just wants to be retract and deploy sign. So the very first thing it's going to do is we're going to use that to trigger the ramps. Then once that is triggered and done that, it's going to turn itself off. That way we can't press the button again until we get to our end sequence where all of our ramps spin back round. And once they spin back round and are in position, or once they start spinning back round, we can turn that control back on again. Because the very start of our retract sequence, if we were all paying attention, was playing with those same rotors. So we should be able to just do it that way. So that'll get to the end, it'll be in a position to retract again, that button will turn back on, we'll click it again, it'll turn the sign off, which will start this, and then it'll cycle through all of this stuff, get to the end, where the doors open, and once it has gotten to the very end of that, it will turn that timer back on once again. So, deploy on and off. What's that you're saying, Adrian? To get a drone to auto-launch and return, I just need the move box recorder and action relay. Or can you use basic task? You can use any combination of them, really. Give me one moment. That will turn... Is that the one? Oh, press the one goddamn button then. Oh! I know what I was doing. Deploy. Oh, he's coming into land. Right, he's going to lock down in a second. So when they're all locked down, we will play with that button. And we will watch it turning on and off. So, for drones, it depends what you want to do. If you want them to be able to just fly around and patrol an area, these guys have got a task block that is set to, I call them guard or patrol depending on what I want to do them, but it's just a basic task block. And this one is set to follow home, and it's set to follow the beacon. So this thing will just patrol around at that range to random positions while we're not moving, based on that beacon, which is the spinning one right in the middle of there. What's that? You're building a ship for someone who wants to make sure you have it ready to be set up for them. Yeah, when you make drones and stuff, the only thing you've got to think about is how you're programming them, because when you spawn stuff into someone else's game, some of the settings might need a little bit of basic setup. So these guys are following beacons to make them do their thing, whereas I could just set it to follow me instead. And they use the basic task blocks to be able to follow various different things depending on what you set it to. Whereas these ones down here, these are still using the AI blocks, but these don't use the basic tasks. These use a pair of recorder blocks to record two specific separate locations. And you can just turn the AI on and hit the play button on either of those blocks to make them go to either of those locations. So, yeah, the basic things you need for any moving drone thing in this game is a move block so it can move around, a gyro so it can actually physically point, and then it's a choice then whether you want it to follow a specific location and use a GPS, use a recorder task block, or if you want it to more loosely follow a kind of general location and use a basic task block. Or you can set up both to do different things, like these drones have got the basic guard, the basic task block to just patrol around this area, and then when they run out of power, they swap over to the recorder task block to fly down to the very specific location for their landing pad. So it all depends what you want your drone to do. But if you just want like a companion thing that can follow you, or a base, or a beacon or something, go for a basic task block. Would be my suggestion. Because these guys, for example, when I spawn this base into here, because they're using... oh yeah, well if you want it to dock at a specific location, then you will need to put at least one recorder block on there. Like I said, you can use them in tandem with each other if you just turn their respective AIs on and off when you need them to do things. But yeah, if you need to go back somewhere particular, recorder block is the one you'll need. But like I was saying, when you spawn stuff in that uses the AI blocks, if it's using a particular location to dock to, like these drones are, they're using these beacons as their waypoints. When you spawn it in, the first thing you'll want to do before you do anything is to go to your AI blocks and just make sure they are actually set to the correct beacon. Because when I spawn this base in to a game, these are not set to anything, so when you activate them they'll just sit there doing nothing. So you just need to make sure you've got things set to the right one, and that's all you should have to do. Yeah, the beacon waypoints you can do manually easily enough. I've noticed that, I said this earlier, I've noticed that the relative beacon waypoints that you record into a recorder block carry over with copy and pastes and blueprints. So if you've already recorded a set of relative waypoints and you want another drone to do the exact same thing in a different location, just set up another landing pad in the same way, like I've done with these. And you can just set the new beacon as the home location, and it will fly there like it would anywhere else. Because I literally only recorded one set of GPS locations for these 4 drones. I only did it once, and copying and pasting a new drone and just changing the beacon location seems to have worked pretty well. So that's a little tidbit for you there. Right, so that's docked, Those 2 are still flying. Oh no, 3 of them are still flying. 1, 2. Are you still being stupid? I thought I fixed you. Or are you a different one? Oh no, you're at 90 meters. Oh no, you're not flying as high as I thought you were. That's fine. Double check everyone's actually flying at the right levels and they're not all getting screwy. 115, that's fine, that's what you're supposed to be. Oh, hello, what's your name? Assail? I'm very sorry, I haven't got my glasses on, I'm terrible at names. But, hello. How are you this evening? Right, so those drones will come into land eventually, as they run out of power and need to recharge. Looks like he's coming into land. You coming in? Yeah. You gonna dock? You gonna play nicely for us? And there he goes. Beautiful. Right, just waiting on the other 2 to dock. Oh no worries, Adria. I'm quite happy to explain. Like I said, I've tried to do tutorials for this stuff, but some of it's a bit weird and complicated, and I am a bit not great at explaining things. I tend to ramble a little bit, so I've tried making tutorial videos and they've not been the best, so I find it easier to just do live streams and then people can ask me and I can just explain it to them there and then, and even be able to demonstrate a little bit of it as well, and I find it easier to do it like that. I will try and do some proper tutorial videos at some point, but I need to get I need more disk space. Editing high quality video, you need a fair bit of free disk space to mess around with that kind of stuff, and I haven't got that at the moment. Right, I'm just waiting for those other drones to drop back in. That's been an hour and 40 minutes. Right, I'm going to go and grab another cup of tea like I usually do at the halfway point. And I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I think we'll try and make somewhere for those mosquitoes to live at last. So I want to get more of them in here, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Right. Well, there we go. So. Those two other drones haven't landed yet. Oh, they might still have uranium in them. Oh well, we'll worry about them later. Because we do need to think about conveyor systems at some point. I do need to sort out some weapons. I'm going to build some more turrets eventually, like I've built on this one. But for now, I want a little gang of mosquitoes. Hello, little mosquito. I'm going to get you and your buddies a place to live on my base. And you. Let's take control of you myself. Cool. Right, so that's the back of the ship. Let's go up here. Right, I was thinking I might be able to get some sort of landing bays for them. Here, or something. Because they're quite small. They should fit into this gap here. Yeah, we can easily get in there. Easily get in there. So... where do we need to start a piston off? Because I want it to be retractable, like all the others. Right, so let's slap down some ideas. Let's put that there for now. And what does a big piston do there? I think that might need to come down a little bit personally. Let's move him out of the way. That thudding sound. Now there's another one of them locking down. Cool. Alright, who's going into lockdown as well? Right, I should be able to test. We'll drop a little bit too far, but that's GPS blocks for you. Right, so we should be able to try out number 7. There we go, so that has turned that timer off now, and we can't trigger it again or accidentally break our controls. And then there we go, and then now that the doors are closing, that's come back on, so we should be able to open that again. So the doors are going to open back up. Then when they open up properly, it should, there we go. Deploy the pistons, and the way we've got it set up right now, we can't accidentally break it. And then that'll deploy, and then we can deploy it back. And then there you go. Right, cool, that seems to work. Yeah, and then that will close up again. And when it starts closing... it turns it back on when it starts closing, not when it's fully closed. That would be the one. Fair enough. So then we can open that again. That will deploy everything. Cheers, Aja. And then they will spin into place. And then we can use the other sign, hopefully, to deploy everything. or deploy one of them. Are the others still charging? I think the others are still charging. Hopefully. And they're not broken. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And they're still charging. That other one was just ready to go. That's fine. Cool, right, I think that's alright then. Okay, this piston is obviously a full block, at least too high. So, that's gonna have to go at least another block lower. Such a dramatic sound. I think I might have to go another block lower personally. Yeah, because that'll get to there, and then I need a rotor on top of there. Or a hinge. A rotor's probably more sensible. Right, so we do need to go at least another block lower. Ugh, and that's just going to sit there clanging. So, that can go there. So we'll have a piston about there. You know what? Let's turn mirror mode back on. There we go. So we can mirror it on the other side. Yeah, there we go. Oop. Who's crashing? Not you. Oh, it's you being dopey. Why? You can't go that way. What are you doing? Come on. Sort yourself out. Stop being stupid. There you go. Yeah, right, so... that is going to move all the way up there. Yeah, that'll get to about there. So we would then need an advanced rotor, and we'd actually need the right bloody colour on that colour. That's the old rust colour. I'm doing a different rust colour with this one. Right, so that'll do that, and then we would want right, face forward. That can come off. We can swap that for a small one. And then we can think about building our docking position off that. Right. Oh, you know what? Let's just save. Let's quickly go back to my mech base world, because I've already built some little landing pads for these things. And with any luck, I might be able to get them into this mech. Where is it? Mini mech world. That's the one. I've got too many different worlds, too many different crazy builds. There's lots of others I need to come back to. Well, there's a whole bunch of other mechs that I want to put some of my new control systems into. I've got a lot of old mechs that rely on a lot of scripts, and I can replace a lot of those scripts with a little bit of ingenuity. Right, come on game, I want this landing pad. I know it works already, I don't want to have to rebuild it. I'm pretty sure I can get it to fit in that spot. It basically works exactly the same. Right, thank you. Hello, Minimax. Right. Yeah, I can well get one of these to fit in there. I don't need the entire thing. I just want that subgrid. That's the one. Yeah, I might be able to make something work with that. That already got a name, or that's just a small grid? Mosquito Bay, that's what we'll call it for now. Do a little blueprint of that. Cool, right. Nothing else I need to take, is there? No, because that sits quite nicely in there. I can probably adapt it a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a beacon into it and stuff. Right, cool. Let's try and get that into the giant walking monstrosity. Speaking of walking monstrosities, I need to come back to my Armoured Core Strider build at some point. I need to find some more decent pictures of it. Well, I got some screenshots from the game myself, but I don't know how usable most of them are. It's really hard to get screenshots in that level without getting blasted into smithereens by that giant laser. Ooh, speaking of giant lasers, I should put some rail cannons on this giant spider thing. I do want to make some strange custom weapons. Some big super weapon type thing. Right, cool. It's in my clipboard, even better. Right, so, would that fit in there? Sort of. We are going to need to... We're going to need to adapt it a little bit. Let's take that off. Oh, you're going to give me crap about trying to paste that into there with those blocks in the way, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Let's take them out. There you go. So let me paste that there then. Cool. Right, so yeah, that's going to need to get shrunk down a little. Ooh, actually. Are you going to be a little bit too fat for this? A little bit too long? That's a terrible angle to work at. There we go. Wrong zone. There we go. Right. Oh yeah, I need to put a sensor on it that detects things. Because I need all those fin hinges reverse in for a moment. It's going to sit about there. Okay, that's got plenty of room to move forward. So we're going to have to move... Let's move this all a block further forward. In fact, can we get away with just chopping block right out of there and then just gluing it back on? Yeah. Oh, such dramatic sounds. Right, let's put that way around. Copy that. Paste that on. And we should probably extend the front out by at least a block or two. Let's just paint that like that for now. It all matches. Come up with a better colour scheme later. Right, so that's got wiggle room there. Let's just bring that all the way up. We've got going on there. Right, yeah, so that end one. Like that. That can come off there. That can be all of the square triangle corners. We'll just stick mirror mode on this thing. And there we go. Right, that can do that. Yeah, right, that can be some sort of little cradle for it. To land in. Land somewhere around there, and then it is pretty much fully enclosed by the little pod. It can lock down the whole thing. Is that how locking controls? No, apparently not. We have to redo some stuff on this. Oh, that was the wrong button entirely. No, it doesn't have any locking controls. Right. Right, well, it fits. More or less. What was going on with this mosquito then? What controllers has it got? It's got lots of controllers for its fins. that controller, that is no longer relevant because you're not going to be flying that close to the floor. So that can get changed to something. If we actually need to put a sensor on the bottom so it can detect the landing. I might possibly have to do a bit of reworking on you, mate. Won't really make you any longer. We might have to sacrifice some of his fin controls for other more practical things if we want him to live on our base. First things first, he's going to need a sensor on the bottom of him. And this access panel is in the perfect place to put it. Because the whole rest of him is thrusters underneath, so it's not going to go anywhere there. You know what? Let's rust him. Let's give him the colour scheme of everything else we've got. And then we will... Oh shit. That was the wrong button. Nope, I've just painted the entire of my main base the wrong colour. There we go. Let's not do silly things like that. You've got to be careful sometimes. So, yeah, we are probably going to have to strip some of the more elaborate controls of the Mosquito back a bit. Maybe just have two controllers for the fins rather than 4, and make them move in pairs rather than separately. Because there ain't no more room inside him, and we need controls to make him do stuff. Still want those fins to open and close. Right, thank God the game saved right there. Right before I cocked up. Right, let's try that again. I think that's most of it. And the grid's unleashed. That one there. I think that's all of them for now. Right, that'll do. And... oh, right, so... we need to do some things, don't we? We need to change a bit, actually, while we're here. Make all those bits of armour that colour. Maybe underside of him grey as well. There we go. Yeah, and that way all those mechanical bits are rusty, and most of his armour bits are not. Right, so what controllers do we need? We need at least a battery low and a battery full. So that's 2 controllers straight off the bat that we need to sacrifice. I'm gonna leave that like that. Yeah, you can stay like that for now. Right, so this mosquito right here in front of me, let's name you Mosquito Mark II for a start. Yeah, that's what we need. Controllers. So we've got that one that's already a spare. We might need that for something else. What are we doing with these? Hinges, rear left, rear right. That's doing the rear ones. That's doing the front ones. That's doing the other rear ones. And that's doing the other front ones. Yeah. Right, there we go. That's all the pins and hinges back open again. Right, and they all respond to just velocity. And 40 does that. Oh, but we don't need it going 40 meters a second. So, how should we do it? We'll make... What should we do? Take you back over here for a start. Let's make a copy of it, just in case we break it, and we can get rid of that one. Right, so let's have a think about these hinge controls. We've got all of them. That one is just that down there, isn't it? Yeah, and then that is that one back there. That is one end. That is right. Okay. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. Be that one. That one, that one, that one, that one. Fin hinges rear. We'll do that as for now. That can reverse. And then that and that. That is that one. That, and that. Those. Well, that fin hinges front. Right, so fins. We'll keep those two. We might change the speeds a little bit. These ones we are gonna repurpose for something else entirely. We'll try that later when we've done something else. Right, so that one does 10 meters a second. Get rid of all of this. Hinges rear. We have that. Reset velocity. Increase. Increase. Reset velocity. Decrease. And decrease. There we go, so it goes over 10. Those back ones fold up. Oh, leave that like that. So then we'll do that one. Same thing. I'll just change this to do the front hinges. Hinges front. Reset. Increase. Increase. Reset. Decrease. And that there. Decrease. Right. So let's get in a better position and lock onto him. That's obviously the wrong one. There we go. Right. That's that, and above 20 does that. Right, cool. That'll do for that. So then those other controllers. Yeah, we have to change some bits here, I think. So that now gets to be battery low, because we're going to have to change some of the battery configuration as well, probably. And then battery full. Right, so what have you got? You've got an offensive block, a movement block, and a guard block. You need to get a GPS recorder into you. Yep. All of that. Reactors. How many reactors have you got? 6. I can take some of them out. How many batteries have you got? 1, 2. Well, that doesn't need to be a reserve one anymore. That can just be battery 1 and 2. Oh, in fact, I need to change all these group names. Something I need to do before I do anything else. This one's going to be a new model. Oh god. Game froze, I thought it was going to crash. Yeah, we've got fin lights as well, haven't we? Right, that's all that. We'll rename the rest of it later. But we do need to change that back again now. That was fins rear. Going to do reset, increase, increase, reset, decrease, decrease. I think. Yeah, that one. That wrong one. Fin controller, there we go. And that one does the front. So, same again. Reset. Increase velocity, reset. Decrease and decrease. Right, that's them back to normal. Hey, what else can... Well, we're going to have to carve some stuff out of this then. Where'd that other one go? There it is. Alright, let's get rid of you. I'm going to copy you, just in case, because I need to... Oh, I need to dig out some of these reactors now. Swap them for batteries. Yeah, because those batteries are currently lasting forever. I want it to have to come back in and recharge. So, oh, we don't want to cut that one off. We'll take those two out for now. We shouldn't have done that because the gyroscope was attached to the top of that. That was clever. Well, I can just copy that. Bum, 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 bum. Right, that needs to be changed to that. And should be able to put the gyroscope back in there. Fantastic. Right, that'll do. Then I can cover that back up. Yeah, cool. Right. Let's replace those with some batteries then. Where are the batteries? There they are. Is this going to completely break the mosquito? Ooh, he's not got enough power to work now. Bollocks. He's not quite got enough power output. Smega. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the one. Ah, damn, that's annoying. No, why are your fins being stupid? Something having a hard time crashing into the base. Why are you being daft? Oh, you've not opened up properly either. Right, there's something in there I need to fix. Oh, I've done the same group twice. Did he? That's why. Reset. Decrease. Decrease, that's why. You might be a bit too small. To be honest, I might even need to redesign you a bit. Where can I get more batteries? Don't really want I might have to bring those thrusters forward. Squeeze some batteries in behind there. Oh, it's going to make it look a bit crap. If I stuck one big battery on the bottom, that would look really stupid. That would come down loads. Make him really chunky. What if we just give it a try? One and two, and put some thrusters back on there somewhere. Where have they gone? There they are. And we can change the armouring a little bit, I suppose. I'm not happy about it. Oop. Not really anywhere else to put anything. Maybe this dude's a little bit too compact. Alright, 2 more batteries has helped a little bit. Looks like we have to fly for absolute ages, and he's still going to rely on way too many reactors. There it is, not the one. It's flown all the way over there. Yes. So, what happens if I cut out more reactors? Replace them with batteries, and just have those 2 in the back. See you later, uranium. Not going to be enough, is it? No. Not quite enough. We are having to squeeze quite a few batteries into you now to make this all work. It might require a full redesign, unfortunately. We might have to do something else entirely. What if we take those thrusters out? Then we can replace them, I suppose. Where are we? There we are. Right, that's not... that's just on the brink. Yeah. Not just enough power output to work. And it's only got 2 reactors left. There we we have got quite a lot of small batteries in here now. It's getting a bit silly. They're all saying half an hour except for those ones. Right. Yeah, that's got a bit ridiculous with them now. Problem is, he's about the size of a small grid battery to begin with, so I can't really put one on him. One of the larger small grid batteries. It's pretty much the same size. What can we do to make this armor look less crap? Well, to be honest, I need to think of all the things first. Alright, so we've got that guard block. That's going to have him following the base. We need to try and squeeze a quarter block into him. Otherwise, there's not much point. All the space is now being taken up by small grid batteries. And that's how you conveyor ports, that's how you connect up. Right, this is definitely going to require some drastic redesigning. Let's cut that out, let's cut that out. Let's make that one of the four-way blocks. And let's instead move. Let's put one little reactor right on the end. And move the camera there. Because we could actually bring the front of him forward a block, maybe. And those thrusters, I don't really want to. So I'll take them out of there, them out of there. That and that, they're just gonna go. We can rebuild them later. Oh yeah, that's gonna look crap back there, isn't it? Oh shit, that's also going to be a problem being there. Ah, design choices. Design choices. Because I would like this that gyroscope again. I need to find a better place for that. There isn't really one. Because I want this to be able to pull the ammunition that it needs. But not pull so much, but not pull it into the reactor. I don't want it to just fill itself with 500 kilos of uranium. So we need to put the reactor somewhere else that's not not behind that. I also... Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, smoke that. Let's just reload. Go back in there. Oh, this might take some drastic rebuilding to get this thing to fit on that landing pad and work the way I want it to. I need to be more careful and not chop the wrong pieces off. But it's also very late, so I'm probably not going to do this for much longer. We can come back to it another time. Alright, come on, game. Come on. Oh, goodbye again, Gyro. Yes, indeed. Ager. Right, so, yeah, let's do the sensible thing. Make a copy of the progress we've made so far. Alright. Right, back to there again. So, I was going to actually make that an air vent, so I don't have to look at that. Use conveyor connection from underneath. Can't see the yellow down there. There we go. So then... Yeah, I know the gyro's going to go again. Let's actually do this. Let's watch him plummet. Whee! Good thing I've got damage turned off. Yeah. He was going to spin forever. Just stop fidgeting. Right, we'll just put that on there for now. We'll do this on the ground instead of 100 meters in the air. Right, in fact, we'll do it a little bit further up, so underneath you. Right, we will put that gyroscope back later while we're messing around. So I want this to be able to pull ammunition for the guns, but not completely and utterly ridiculously load up on uranium. So if I swap that to that way round, so it's pulling the stuff that way, and then I need a better place. Put some bits. Four batteries on the back. I'll take one battery out of there and just stick the one reactor in there for now. And then those reactors can come out, and then that can actually come out as well. And we can paste that back on later if need be. Oh, how badly is that flying like that? Yeah, that's maxing out. That's not got enough power. So that is going to need a bit more battery. I don't want to give it loads. What if we had reactors that had a pass-through conveyor, rather than just being the end of a conveyor system? I don't really want to have the reactor poking out the bottom. That would be a bad idea. So, well, that needs to be a conveyor in the middle anyway. There's nothing I can do about that one, so that absolutely has to be. Oh, unless actually, what if we completely changed the conveyoring system on this? What if we instead made it land on that pad? Like that, instead of backing in, because that is about the perfect height for that. And then that means we can reclaim that space and that space. Which in turn actually means I could put that reactor there instead. Potentially. I'll stick the reactor there. Then that could have some uranium in there. That could feed it. That's all going to be batteries in there, so that could actually just be changed to a T-block and save us on the conveyor ports, because that will just eat up sim speed. So that could be like that. And then we could slap another pair of batteries in there. Oh yeah, we've already got one there. Then we've got a block there, and potentially a block there, because that's the antenna. That's the relay. So we've got essentially 3 blocks of space left. The OCD part of me, though, does want to... Case does want to try and run the same way around. There's the other batteries right next to them. That's all, it's not quite. Oh. Ugh. No, just an output issue. Yeah, it's literally just an output issue, isn't it? How many batteries have we got? We've got 10 of them. 10 of them outputs 1.2 megawatts. It's just not quite enough, is it? Not with all the things. Damn. Those thrusters are barely enough to keep it up off the floor. Do I really have to squeeze 12 batteries into this little thing? That just seems excessive. Very excessive. There's nowhere really. Not really any other options other than just bunging in more reactors again. No, I've run out of power now. Yeah, let's go recharge and have a little thing. Might just have to put more reactors in them, unfortunately. Fly forever and never come back to the base. Unless... Oh no, no, because as soon as they run out of uranium, they're not going to have enough power to sustain their flight. There we go, there we go. Oh, it's all getting confusing now, I can't remember which one was which. Wasn't it? I can't remember which one I was tinkering with. Oh yeah, it was that one, because I put all the batteries the right way around. Oh, it's separate. Oh no, they went around. Okay. Let's take those out of there. Give you 2 reactors there instead, and take that back out there. then how well do you play? Still not enough. And 1 minute of flight time apparently. No, going down any second. Oh, there's no green in there? Right. Have I put you the wrong way round? Oh, it's because I changed that to a thing. There you go. Are you gonna fill up now? There we go. That's why. That's still not great. Power output. Battery's not at that time. Batteries are going flat. Yeah. Yeah. And then all off. Okay, so outputs. 96 kilowatt, 91 kilowatts. Oh, that's the current output. Let's stick you one of these down. They can do 1 megawatt between them. Yeah, it's still just not quite enough power output. Ooh. Get off. Right, if I put a third reactor up him, he's probably going to generate too much power then, and now we're going to need to come back to refuel. Come on. There we go. Yeah, now we've got enough, but he's saying 8 hours of flight time. And the batteries will be yeah, so he's where's it gone? Is it that one? Is it you? It was you. Yeah, just trying to find the right balance for all of these things. What if we take them back out? Yeah, not enough power, but you can have 8 hours of flight. Because there's less batteries competing for the output of those reactors, so they can recharge, but collectively they don't put out enough power to power everything. Oh, the balance. And the balance of power in this game. And I mean that as a literal balance of power, not a figurative or political one. Right. I guess I'm just going to have to go with that, aren't I? Because if I put that back out, it just not got enough output and it redlines again. And if I put another smegging battery inside it, it's just going to get even sillier. Yeah, that extra battery is not quite enough output. Take that out. What if we do... Nope, that's too many. Oh no. Yeah, what if we do 2 more batteries? Make it like 12 or something silly, yeah. Yeah, that's almost there. It is just a daft amount of batteries inside the little thing. Now we've got... yeah, we're back to 10 small batteries. They are all going to start running out in a second. No, let's turn that off. We might. Might have to do quite a drastic redesign on him actually. And I'll probably save that for next time, because that's been another 3 hours, and it's about 2 o'clock in the morning where I am. So we'll come back to him next time, and we will figure out how we're going to get him to live on there. What are you doing? Behave yourself. Right. In. Anyway, yeah, we'll figure that out next time. The drones work. The mech bays work. The landing pads work. Oh, he's crashed. Like, as I was saying, the drones work. It crashed. Thank you. So, thanks for making me look clever. Nice one, drone. Right, I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to go to bed. So, thank you for watching, thank you for chatting, and I will see you all again next time. So, goodbye for now.